Lincoln Model KB two-window Berline by Judkins 1932. Type 243A. 150 bhp, 448 cubic inches V12 engine, 3-speed synchro mesh transmission with integral freewheeling, solid front axle and lift axle with 4-wheel longitudinal leaf springs, and 4-wheel vacuum servo-assisted mechanical drum brakes. Wheelbase, 145 inches. The John B. Judkins Company, of Merrimack, Massachusetts, was the archetypal New England coach builder. Its bodies were well designed and elegant, with a decided streak of Yankee conservatism, but they had just enough flash and dash to catch the eye, and they also had a quality of build that was second to none. It was this combination of tasteful beauty and solid construction that made the firm a favorite of American luxury car manufacturers, who, from the 1920s through the 1930s, would regularly turn to Judkins for closed coach work on such models as sedans, berlines, limousines, and coupes. Lincoln's 1932 Model KB would eventually come to represent their final offering of the classic era, with a massive fork and blade V12 that was largely hand-built, and which provided ample power and coasting smoothness of operation. It wouldn't be right to describe such an elegant carriage as a hot rod Lincoln, but it was known in the 1930s that the wealthy gentleman or lady who preferred to drive themselves, and who preferred to do so at a very high rate of speed, often chose a KB. A Judkins body on this chassis created a classic-era sleeper of sorts, a car that would not provoke unkind words from the fellow members of one's country club, but also one that could become an enjoyable public nuisance on the open roads back to the city. The Berline offered here is a factory catalog Judkins style, offered with either 2 or 3 windows per side. This car is the 2-window style, which has closed rear quarters for a formal, limousine-like rear compartment. One of only 17 made in 1932, it was beautifully restored to Conqueror condition some years ago for the late Roy Warshawski, the president of J.C. Whitney. Mr. Warshawski was a great Lincoln enthusiast, known for his taste in selecting the finest custom-bodied examples and having them authentically restored to the highest of standards. In the case of this car, the restoration was guided by Tom Powles, of California, a greatly respected Lincoln technician. Mr. Warshawski displayed the restored Lincoln at the Pebble Beach Conquer Elegance in 1989, winning first in class. It has since returned to Monterey no fewer than 3 times, in 1998, 2001, and 2010, and in its last showing, over 20 years since its restoration, it secured 3rd in class and the Lincoln Trophy, presented to the most significant Lincoln present. That is a testament to the quality of the restoration and the loving care that it has received over passing years. Remaining in no less outstanding condition today, it is presented here in its birthplace of Michigan, as one of the great American automobiles. It was one that was owned by and restored with the input of men who knew their subject.